All right, we recording. Y'all ready? We ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, we recording. So, gonna say welcome to King's Honesty. We'll throw this up real quick. Let them do that. So how you been doing, my sister, cousin? How you been doing, cousin?
Great. How about you?
I've been doing good, cousin.
That's good. Daniel.
I've been doing fine, Queen.
That's
I've been
good.
doing all right. Surviving. Yep. What about you, Queen?
I've been doing pretty good. I can't complain.
That's
man.
good to hear.
Yeah, that is because there's a lot going on. You know what I mean?
It is.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with welcome to King's Honesty and a podcast that tells the truth, at least in our views. You know what I mean?
To the best of our ability.
Exactly. So the first question we have is DEI. And a lot of companies are cutting out the DEI program. And my question is that a bad thing? Because, Black people are being told to protest about it, fight against it. And so I'm gonna start with cousin. Is that a bad thing for them to cut out DEI? Is it beneficial to us at all?
I think that a lot of people are misinformed. Is different movements kind of being blurred into one? You have one from the Hispanic community regarding deportations and companies who support Trump. Removing DEI, so far of what I've seen and what I've researched, is language. Is language.
Okay, what you mean?
Is language meaning, even dating back before Trump took office to last year, a lot of these companies were saying that, okay, we're going to change the language. What I gathered from that is this is just to comply with him saying remove DEI. And so they're changing the words to words like inclusion and dropping the diversity part, anything that resembles the DEI. But no one has said that they don't plan on continuing hiring the way that they usually hire. So I think people kind of jumped the gun.
Okay.
I don't understand why Target's getting all the majority of the hate at the moment. Starbucks, from what I understand, they're not doing too good in Middle Eastern countries because of their support for Israel.
Correct. Rightfully so. Yeah.
Victoria's Secrets, for instance, they just changed the language to inclusion. Okay. And see, some of these companies were having problems before this DEI situation even occurred. For instance, Victoria's Secrets. Remember when Rihanna dropped Fenty and they had one of their shows? It sent Victoria's Secret back to the drawing board so much that they canceled that show that they usually do every year.
Right.
Rihanna she messed them over. They kind of took a dive because they were made for only one particular body type. So I don't even consider that they've been having a problem. There's other companies, Amtrak, Boeing, John Deere, Pepsi, Citibank. Why the smoke for Target?
Right. When Target had some Black board of directors, didn't they?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is these other companies as well. So people are not paying attention. Oh, they're getting rid of DEI. All they did was really change the language.
But DEI hires did it benefit Black people as a whole? Daniel,
No,
you
it
think it
didn't.
benefit?
No, it
Oh
didn't.
no, it didn't benefit. Target has 15%, I think 15 to 20% Black employees, and they also have Black people on the board of directors.
So what I think too is different groups of melanated people are being lumped together when you say Black people are targeting or boycotting Target. Because I'm not boycotting Target.
Me either.
When we finish with
Maybe,
this, that's
maybe I'm
exactly
not
where I'm.
boycotting. No.
So what I think is it's these other melanated people who are at risk of being deported or they depend on these things because otherwise, I don't know. It's just so many other companies announce the same thing. I just don't understand the target being the focus of it.
But what? But DEI as a whole, because I looked up, Daniel, you looked up the board of directors, didn't you, for Target?
Yes,
Mhm.
sir. Yes, sir.
And when you look them up, because I looked them up, their qualifications were excellent as board of directors.
Right.
That's facts.
They were excellent. Those are not DEI hires. Those are hires of people
Merit.
who merit
Who
and
are qualified.
credentials are
They was hired for
qualified.
people who are qualified.
Right. So as a whole, DEI comes off as people that's not qualified, like some of these sportscasters that are doing the commentating, and they're white women basically. Like they don't know what the hell they talking about. To me, that's a DEI hire.
Yup,
So
that is a DI hire.
And
so D
it's also an old trick to use the women to bring in the viewers because they think they're attractive and then do the old switcheroo.
but here's the thing. The sports fan bases in NFL, baseball, and basketball are literally complaining about it. They are literally on X complaining about it and sending the complaints to the NFL, sending the complaints to um, ESPN, because I follow all of that stuff, and they're complaining about the fact that these women don't even know, except for Doris Burke, but these women don't even know about the game or the NFL game or the NBA.
Right.
So to me, those are DEI hires. So if you saying DEI hires, Daniel, does DEI hires benefit white women more than it does Black people?
Yes, it does. We don't really benefit off of DUI like that, like people think. It's all propaganda by the Democratic Party and the Democratic Party shields. If you're running a business, if you're a smart businessman, you want a well-ran business, you're going to hire people based off of their qualifications,
The best.
not
Right.
offer no DUI, because you can hurt the business
Correct.
if you hire people that don't know what they're doing. That's
Correct.
bad for business.
So hiring these white commentator females is bad for business because the fan bases are complaining, but they still hired them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, DUI is not a good thing like people think. It's not a real good thing.
So DEI has different parts to it. So Cousin was explaining the different parts. So what part of it benefited FBA or Black people, Black Americans, Cousin?
It didn't. It didn't. Um, I tend to think that Black people who are in certain positions got there on their own merit. We have to be twice as good and work twice as hard. So I don't think it was any DEI. I think if that was the case,
Well, they did
somebody
say,
else of a different race would be in that position. So you can't say that it's DEI. I chose to make this person this lead or this top manager, supervisor, CEO because I'm required to. So what a lot of these companies have done, they haven't said, hey, we're not hiring these sorts of people, women, Black people. The uproar comes from simply changing the language, because what are you mad for?
Right.
No one said that we're not going to continue hiring women or we won't continue hiring gay people. No one said that.
Right.
They changed the language simply to comply with what is now considered a law, or as long as Trump is president, executive by executive order. He wanted the language to change, and that's what they did.
But as a whole, I think that it, I don't think it benefited gays either. I think it benefited white women more than anybody.
That's fact.
I don't think it benefited Hispanics. I think it benefited I'm using the commentators as an example.
It did benefit Hispanics. It benefited them. It benefited white women. It benefited Indians.
But I don't see Hispanics on any of these podcasts that I'm talking about. All I see is white women. When you go to the NCAA football games, Daniel, you know what I'm talking about. You don't see Hispanics interviewing young FBA football players.
No, you don't see that.
You see white women. When you go to the basketball, NCAA basketball games, you don't see Black FBA women interviewing the Black basketball players. All you see is white women.
Right.
That's true.
So how did it benefit the Hispanics, really? Or, which I don't really care about whether it benefited them or not. I just know it didn't benefit Black people.
It didn't. And that's why I said, what's the purpose of the boycott? For if you're a Black person, what's the purpose of the boycott? What exactly happened that you're mad about?
Right. So why Target? That's my thing. And Costco's, why target them when they have Black products in there? They have Black board members.
I did my research. That's facts.
They have Black board members.
Mm-hmm.
And 15% of their employees are Black. So why target them?
Well, can I say something more?
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
See, Reverend L. Sharpton is trying to reinvent the wheel. Okay. Some of those tactics that he used are kind of obsolete and outdated.
Right.
Okay. Reverend Martin Luther King, when he did that, he boycotted businesses that didn't hire Black people at all. Okay. Or didn't.
That's right.
That's what he boycotted.
No shit.
So, I think what he did is misunderstood too.
Go ahead.
He what he did also was misunderstood. When he went with the people to the Costco, that was because that was not a boycott. That was a buy-in. We're coming to spend money because Costco is one company that said they're not changing anything.
Well, the thing is, even if he did,
so that wasn't a boycott.
But they labeled it as a boycott.
Right, but I'm saying in actuality, it wasn't.
I agree with her. It was boycott in name, but in action, it wasn't boycott.
He brought people. He announced how much money we have to spend. We're coming to purchase from Costco because they said that they're not going to get rid of their program. They're going to continue to participate with their DEI system and program. The other companies so far, all they're saying is they won't participate in surveys no more. So I guess someone goes to the companies and they survey how many of this you have, how many of that you have. They're saying that they're not participating in the surveys anymore.
Got you. See, so the media made it look like they were boycotting.
Sensationalized it, yes.
Yes, they did. But again, Daniel, why target? and here's the thing. How much did they lose, cousin?
Oh, they still on a downward spiral.
1 point some
Um,
billion, right?
no,
They
they
lost.
lost 12.4 billion in market value. 12.4 billion in market value. Target did.
Okay, so
So
now,
it went down to $27.20 per share on the stock.
Yeah, they're still dead, and it ain't even. It's not closed yet. Is it closed?
so what happens is now Target will go and say, you know what? We have to close some of our stores.
But you know, a lot of Target's problems started 2023 with the whole Pride Month fiasco. When they put all that Pride stuff out there, people said we had enough of this. We boycott you.
Right?
Their problems started then.
Yeah, but don't put black people at the face in the front of it. Because on the 28th is when they lost all that money.
But that was based on what the community who's getting deported had going on. That had nothing to do with us. The people who are participating in it are in solidarity with a whole nother group's movement. It had
Right.
nothing to do
But
with
they put us in the front of, put our face in the front of it all.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying, Daniel? They
Yeah,
put
and that's a
black people
problem.
in the front of, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's a problem when they got black board of directors, when they got 50% of their employees, 15% of their employees are black. They got a ton of black managers. That's a
Not
problem.
only that, they got stock options. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's black people that own stock on stock.
Absolutely, they own stock in Target. So this is hurting the blacks as a whole. It's not helping us.
Just because they changed the language. They didn't say we're not going to hire these groups of people anymore.
But they're not going to hire people, cousin, if they're losing this kind of money.
Oh no, well no.
They're going to fire people.
Exactly.
They're gonna lay people off because of that stupid tactic.
Exactly.
When you walk in Target, you see the different Black History Month celebrated.
Right.
They do something for Hispanic community as well. You see the pride stuff. I mean, I think it's silly. They do business with you.
Right.
They let you come, pitch your products. They give you shelf space for your products.
But
Yeah,
here's
because you got
another
black people
thing.
that got products in that store. Black people actually got
Exactly.
products.
Exactly.
And here's another thing. When you go to these summer festivals, right? And cousin is in LA. Danny, you in Jersey.
But I'm not far from Philly, so you could just.
You keep saying that. You don't live in
No, I'm
Philly.
not.
You
I'm
live
not.
in Jersey, man. So, you know, every time I say you live in Jersey, I'm
Yeah,
not far
I'm
from
Jersey.
Philly.
I'm in
Oh,
Jersey.
yeah,
I live in
shit.
Jersey.
You live in Jersey, but you from Philly.
Yes, yes, yes.
You grew up in Philly. But
Yeah.
here's the
Clearly,
thing.
he said,
And I
"I'm
like
never
Jersey
too
too. I
far."
play
Is what
in
Yeah,
he's
Jersey too.
he
saying.
I like
always got to
Jersey.
bring up Philly. He gonna bring up Philly.
No, he letting you know I'm never too far from Philly.
No, he just said he's born and bred in Philly. The Philly is where is where he at. But here's the thing: when they had those summer concerts, you know how they do the jazz concerts. Oh yeah, that's another thing, cousin. We got to talk about. I read up on another cousin of ours who be throwing those shows. We got to talk about that. But anyway,
Wait, what? Throwing those shows?
yeah, all those jazz shows. He's the one. He's doing it. He
So
was our cousin.
I've been. I gotta.
We gotta stay on topic. We gotta stay on topic.
You do.
Okay, so when you go to those summer fests and all that stuff in New Jersey, in Chicago, and the outdoor summer fests and all of that, the jazz shows and all of that, Target is always one of the sponsors.
Right.
Yeah, they got nice jazz shows in Atlantic City. They do it every Thursday in the summer.
Target, Bank of America, Mercedes-Benz, Chase, and other ones are always sponsors. Gucci is never a sponsor. Louis Vuitton is never a sponsor. BMW is never a sponsor. Versace is never a sponsor. Why not boycott those places? because black people spend Chanel. Black people spend a ton of money with these people. This is what I don't understand. You always see the big Target banner. You always see, Bank of America. I still don't promote put your money in those type of banks, but you got to admit, Mercedes-Benz always kicking in. Certain companies kick it. Walmart kicks in. So why are you boycotting and targeting Target, somebody that you do business with? Like Cousin said, I don't get it.
No.
Yeah, I don't get it either. And I think the best way, instead of boycotting, check to see if those companies have stock options. Because if enough of us buy stock and shares in the company, we would have more of a say how the company is ran.
Listen, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We talked about this before. Boycotting can hurt the community and hurt kids who have jobs, young people who have jobs, young black managers who are managing. Instead of boycotting, buy stock in the company.
That's right. That sounds better to me. Way better.
Become a shareholder.
I just feel like Target is getting smoke that was meant for Walmart.
but again, Walmart
got black
they got a gang of black managers and a gang of black employees.
I know. I just like Target.
And here's the thing. You can buy stock in Walmart.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And Daniel, how does that stock work?
You can get dividends. I had stock in Walmart. I sold it, and I made dividends off of it.
You can get dividends off
of it.
As CBS.
Yes, you get
and
dividends.
A whole bunch of other companies. Why protest them and they hiring a bunch of young kids that come home from college and all this stuff? How about just buying stock in their company? So you can get a letter when they have.
If enough of us buy stock in the company, we would have more of a say and more power how the company is ran.
Thank you. Because you're going to get an email and it's going to tell you they have a shareholders meeting and you get to vote.
And that's fact. That's where the real power is, ownership, having stock ownership in it. That's where the real power is at, not just protesting. The protesting to me is obsolete. See, it was good back then because they had Jim Crow back then. They didn't hire black people. They didn't offer you stock options. Now today, you got a lot of these companies have stock options now.
Yeah,
they hire black employees. So if enough of us buy shares in these companies, including the prison stock, we would have more of a say and more power how stuff is supposed to be ran.
Listen here, man. You right. We on the same page. Because here's the thing. There's like, oh, why y'all buying prison stock? Because it's available. And if we want to have a say in how the prisons are ran, then we need to buy the stock. That's the bottom line. Because you get to go to the board meetings and vote.
I'm going to tell you why it's a good. Okay.
No, I'm going to tell you why you cooking.
I'm going to tell you why it's a good idea for enough of us to buy prison stock, because a lot of us are in prison. Okay, a lot of programs that the prisons used to have, like the education, they cut it out. So if enough of us was to buy stock into the prison stock, we could straighten that out and say, look, we don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? We would have more of a say into that situation.
We could vote against it. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Dr. Boyce Watkins is on this. And
I didn't know that.
Listening to him. Yeah. He's on this same page. Cousin was talking about that. Me and him were talking about that earlier. He on that same thing, buy stock in the companies.
That's where the real power is at.
That's where the power is. The other stuff is crap. You getting out there protesting and all of this stuff, and then you bring down a company that got a bunch of black employees and black managers. And now all of a sudden they out of jobs.
Which means a lot of black employees going to get laid off because they losing money.
Yep. And watch what happens with Target. That's what's going to happen with Target. They'll say, okay, we try to be fair. We're going to close some of these stores. You know what I mean?
And I have something else to say. A lot of those stores that Reverend L. Sharpton, crooked deceiver, Sharpton wanted to boycott, they have black employees and they have board of directors that's black. Not only that, they have stock options. Why couldn't he tell the people to buy stock into the company? Why wouldn't he give them an idea instead of boycotting?
Correct. Something that's going to grow their portfolio and make them money.
And they will have more power and a say in the company.
Woo-wee, this is crazy. So now the question comes in, are these sharpening them, are they shields and trying to misguide the people to go a certain way? And they really are setting black people up to fail in certain areas with the protesting. So here's my question. Does protesting really work?
Not in this day and age. I mean,
It don't in this day and age.
But it worked on Target.
Because everybody is off code. Well, with Target, because you got to think of all of these groups. It's not just this isn't a black people. This is a particular type of melanated people. I don't think it has anything to do with us. It's other groups with their own mission.
I agree with you. She's right. It has nothing to do with us, but you got Reverend Sharpton deceiving our people, making it think it has something to do with us, and it doesn't.
So you think that?
Well, he's been on loop since how long? And when I mean loop, he's been on loop. Wash, rinse, repeat. It's the same thing.
Well, how would explain what that is? What is loop? Explain that. Meaning, most of people don't know.
It's a lane that he's found, and that's what pays the bills.
Okay. So who are these other protesting groups that?
Okay. Mm-hmm. One was that Union Army group.
Okay.
Those are the ones showing up at Tesla and all of that. The one I showed you, they were marching through Yosemite.
Right.
Protesting in front of SpaceX.
Okay.
We need to figure out their mission.
But they're not black, right?
No.
What are they?
They appear to be white people.
I think they're more of on the liberal side.
They are liberals, but then they also put black people in front of it, like it's us out there doing that shit.
No, they did not. This Union Army. These people named themselves the Union Army, also known as the Federal Army.
But here's the thing,
to preserve the Union during the American Civil War.
Here's the thing, which is what I'm saying. Even though they're doing this stuff, we don't know who the face of these people are.
I don't know why. That's what I'm telling you.
They don't get no publicity. They're not getting no publicity.
Right.
The only people getting publicity for doing this shit is black people. It's FBAs, and we not doing that shit.
No. We're busy.
That's what I'm saying. They're trying to make it seem like it's us out there doing that shit. It's not us.
No, I think a lot of people understand that it's not.
No, they don't. And I'm going to tell you why they don't is because I didn't even know the group until you told me earlier who they were.
That's what they were telling the people who they were.
Have you ever heard of that group, Daniel?
No, I never heard of them. No, never heard of them.
So they marched on DC, the same group of people. DC. So that was the group that was out there on the 14th.
What are they calling them?
The Northern Union Army.
They're not saying that in the media. What they saying in the media is the protest against Trump from the immigrants.
Yeah,
The immigrants protest. That's what they saying.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I see on it. You're right.
They're not
That's what I
saying
thought.
nothing about the name of this group. They're not even mentioning the name of this group. They're making it seem like these are people that's riding with the immigrants. The immigrant protest against Trump. That's what they calling it. And I've been keeping up with it. That's why I ain't never heard of the group. I'm like, oh, so the immigrants, the Mexicans, and all of them are out there protesting against Trump and the deportation laws. So
Yeah, that's
now
what
we're
the media
finding out
said.
this is an organized group that's actually doing this shit. So who's paying for all this shit? Do you know, cousin? Somebody got to be funding it. Who's funding it?
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, until you told me earlier who this group was, I did not know that was them. The media has never mentioned them. Daniel said he ain't never heard of them. Me either.
Yeah, because all I keep seeing on the fake news media is protests for the immigration thing. That's all I keep seeing.
Right. The immigrants are out there protesting.
Okay, so the Northern Union Army Civil War March on DC to remove Trump and MAGA out the White House March 14th. Well, I guess that didn't go well.
So what do they represent?
So they're planning something for March 14th.
But what do they represent?
I don't know. Veterans.
So they must be liberals.
I guess
they have to be liberals.
They say they're veterans. Join our brave veterans in uniform.
No, they're not. Most veterans are riding with Trump.
That's facts. A lot of veterans, I'm a veteran myself. A lot of veterans are riding with Trump. That's a fact.
March Madness, total anarchy. So what this is, seems like to me, as with a lot of these situations, they trying to bait Black people to come outside because there's no motion without us.
I agree with the sister. She's right. It's a bait and
she's
switch
right.
thing.
She's right, and we got to not fall for it. We cannot fall for this bullshit. So now what they have done is they have put out there that they want to free what's his name? Chopin. They want to free Derek.
That ain't gonna happen.
Derek
Chauvin.
It's not gonna happen.
So because now they want Black people to get out there and protest against it. And we tell Black people don't do it.
That's bait. Because even if he pardoned him at the federal level, he still got that sentence that's at the state level.
I don't think Trump is going to pardon him. I don't think Trump going to have nothing to do with none of that shit.
No, he don't. I don't think he want anything to do with it. But
he don't want nothing to do with that shit.
It's his buddy. It's his buddy who wants that done.
Well, Elon, and then there's another one, Ben Shapiro.
Because you got to think of who are they?
Well, the thing with Elon Musk is he needs to be quiet.
Yeah, I don't think he understands that.
He's really not from this country.
No.
Okay. So when you start talking about,
he's a European.
He's a European. No, he's a South African.
His people are from the UK that moved to South
Africa, and they was a part of taking over South Africa's land.
I thought it was Dutch.
His mother was born in Canada. So he's a white South African with Canadian citizenship who's over here playing in American politics.
But I think that one of the things that he doesn't understand is that Trump is pro-American no matter what.
That's facts.
And he's going to run into the real Trump on this just in a little bit. Just keep watching. We don't want to, black people, this don't have nothing to do with us.
No, it don't. It's not our, yeah, you're right.
Eventually, Trump is going to check his ass about, because I heard him and Rubio got into it, and Trump sided with Rubio.
Yeah, Trump is a 3D chess player. He's playing chess, brother. That's what he's playing. From my observation, he's using them for a chess move.
He is. And once he uses them, he's going to let them know, this ain't your shit. This is our shit. Mark my word. Mark my words. He barking up the wrong tree. He think he got all this power and all this. He don't.
No.
You know
the Ukraine president found that out. Prime minister or president found that out.
So did Israel's.
He come up in there and run shop. Then he found out that he couldn't.
Yep. But guess who else found that out?
Israel.
So when it comes to America shit, I think you're going to put the lid on everybody's stuff. You know what I mean? But again, I swear, cousin, I didn't know nothing about this group. I did not. Until you broke it down to me earlier when we was talking on the phone. I admit it. I kept saying, why are they putting black people at the face of this bullshit? And I look out there at the protest and I don't see no black people. I'm like, I don't see no black people. Then I saw another article. They pointed out like 2 black people. I'm like, but they keep saying black Americans are protesting and trying to stand with the immigrants. No, we're not. How many times do they have to hear this is not our problem?
Yeah, we learned how to stay out of people's business. We learning that.
And we also learning how to keep them out of ours.
That's correct.
Because enough has been said about how these new generation don't know how to gatekeep. How many years did it take for them to figure out that shea butter was the way? Shea butter and cocoa butter. We kept it as a secret until TikTok and all these other things came about.
That is true.
You gotta start teaching your kids to shut up. Stop putting everything on the internet.
Right.
This stays in the house, not out the house. What happened when they put them oxtails on that TikTok? Boom.
Right.
Oxtail prices through the roof. No more oxtails in the store.
That's crazy. But it's the truth. It's the truth. You know what I mean? So do you think that protests are effective?
They are. They are to a degree. And it depends on what it's about.
Yeah, because it costs Target a lot of money.
And in my opinion, wrongfully so, though.
I agree, but that means that in some kind of ways, the boycott was effective. Right, Daniel?
Because the same Mexican person, same black person, same white lady that I've been seeing for the last, I don't know how many years, is still at the Target when I went last week. So what's changed?
Well, I definitely went to Target and I had to grab some stuff. Listen, cause I had to grab some stuff. It was a black guy out there talking about, hey man, man, we boycotting Target. I said, I ain't boycotting shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that boycott, unfortunately, against Target, unfortunately, if they lose too much money, They're gonna lay a lot of people off, and a lot of our people that works for Target, they're gonna feel the effects of that.
Yep.
Okay, but so if they want to spread it around, the FBI said that they was ending their practices with DEI. Boeing, they're not gonna give up PayPal and Chipotle. So
True. True.
Coca-Cola, Amazon, Google, where's the smoke for these companies who made the same statements?
So you think they targeted Target because of what?
Because they was an easy target.
Because it was an easy
I think so
target.
too. I agree with the sister. I think they targeted Target because they feel like it was an easy target.
Mm-hmm. It was easier to target a place most y'all don't shop in there anyway. Y'all Walmart people. So it was easy to boycott a store you really don't go in anyway.
Wow, that's good. That's a good analogy. It really
Well, I
is.
used to buy my movies out of Target when I used to live some area not far from Target, but I don't live in that area no more. So where I live at now, I don't see no Targets around here.
But that made sense. They didn't go out to Walmart because most of the people shopped there. They went out to Target because they was more vulnerable.
Because the people who was doing the boycotting don't go in there anyway. If you're looking for something, whether it's food, electronics, we know on a lot of things, Walmart may have the cheaper price. For me, I like it because of the experience. People put a little bit more effort into life at Target.
They have better products too.
The workers are nice. They have the products. The people don't come in their pajamas. There's just certain stuff you don't see. So I pay for it. I like going to Target because it's an experience.
And it's a good one. It's actually a good experience. It's peaceful. You can get everything you need. Yeah.
That would be my number 2 store. You know what my number 1 store is.
What?
Where's my favorite store?
I don't know. Don't tell me Walmart.
Lowe's. I don't like that feeling. Walmart, it takes too much to get out of Walmart. The way that they have it set up, it's too much going on. I don't like none of it. Half the store behind the glass. I don't like Walmart.
I like Walmart because you can buy stock in it.
Well, okay, in that aspect.
Me too. I'm with that stock though.
Okay, but looking at it like that, but I just mean going in and shopping.
It's ghetto as hell.
That's the aspect that we're talking about. Yeah, I don't care for that.
If you go to the wrong one, it's ghetto as hell.
Another thing I like about Walmart, say like certain like juices or cereal, that same cereal you try to get out of the regular supermarket, you go to Walmart, it's a little cheaper.
What type of cereal you eating, Daniel?
It's some healthy cereal called Cascadin or something like that, Cascadin. And it costs more money in the supermarket, but Walmart is cheaper for me. The same cereal.
Kashik.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. If you said,
what else is cheaper in there?
If you said one of them sugary ones, I was gonna have to get on you now.
No, I don't do that sugary one. No, I don't do that. No, Cascadin. That's what it's called, Cascadin Farm.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically,
go ahead.
Buying stock is better than protesting.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you protest in the right stores, and Target wasn't one of them.
That's correct.
So it's all bullshit.
That's how I said it.
It was bullshit to go out to Target.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the bottom line. You know what I mean? And they threw, and believe me when I tell you, it's gonna cost them.
And I'll tell you,
and these stupid niggas gonna jump up and say we put Target out of business. Watch.
And Reverend Ron Pav Sharpton, why won't he tell people to boycott some of these businesses that's in our neighborhood who do not hire black people, who don't even give back to the community, like some of these Chinese restaurants, some of these African hair braiding places. I can go on.
That's true.
They're the ones that should be boycotted.
Well, that's because he would have to figure out where he gonna squeeze the money from. You gotta understand the generation he comes from. So it's the all inclusive we shall overcome mentality. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That performative stuff it's old, and I don't think
Put it
that's the
out.
way. Buying stock in these companies, also repairing your family unit so that you can help each other, because there's always that one person who got a dream that could do something that can help take your family to the next level, and
That's
everybody
true.
else
Yep.
can eat. Start
Hmm.
being supportive of your family who have their own vision.
That's true.
So in
I'm
other
with
words,
you,
sister,
cousin.
the rate hustler.
Right. You If somebody's is selling a particular something out of their house until they can get a brick and mortar store, go
Hmm.
out of your way.
Yep. I
Mhm.
agree with you.
I
And
agree
so-
with you, sister.
and support that business. Take well,
Clearly they have a plan. Clearly they're trying to do something. Why not support them? Or
and
this
take
person over here who's selling socks and underwears on the, go get them.
and also take your money out of these banks. Because let me tell you something. If they hit the fan, you ain't gonna be able to go to them banks and get no money.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah,
You're
I'll tell
not.
you what I did personally. I used to have a savings account. I got rid of that because you don't get no enough interest off it anyway.
You know
So
No.
what I
what I did,
think
I took
about
my
that?
stuff out of the savings account and put it in the stock market.
Right.
And
That's what you
and
do.
you can also buy bonds from the Department of Treasury. You could buy bonds from the Department of Treasury. You get better interest off of that than putting it in the bank. Only thing
That's
a
a
bank
fact.
is good for is like a checking account to pay your bills. That's it.
That's real talk. That's
But
real talk.
you know, talking about that, that's one of those in-house conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we was just talking about kids putting everything online?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're right, ma'am. You're right. You're right, sister. You're
Yeah,
right.
but you know,
That's just no. Let me
we
let me
have to
finish.
let the our people know what time it is, though.
Okay, but you remember when Fannie Willis got on that? Fannie Willis got on the stand when they were trying to see what was going on with the relationship with her and the guy,
Right.
and then they had her dad come. Oh, well, I always taught her to keep money at home.
Right.
This is a common practice amongst Black American people due to times when you couldn't use the banks.
Right.
But I feel like that being a general knowledge makes them targets as well. People knowing that, hey, you keep money at home.
That's okay. Well, come on in here and get your head blown off.
That's how I feel.
You know what I'm saying? So you know
You
what I'm
get
saying?
everything you
Come
look
on
for.
in. Come on in here and get your head blown off so they can bury you for $250. But the thing is, we got to get the information to our people. We can't just keep it to ourselves.
No. I know.
And our whole thing is screw the protest and let's just get the right people and right companies and buy the stock
In the companies.
in the companies that you shop at every single day. People go pick up the prescriptions at CVS, buy stock at CVS.
And CVS, I had CVS stock. They pay dividends also.
They pay dividends. Here's the thing: you want to wear Jordans and Nike? Go buy stock in that shit.
Yep.
Go buy the stock.
If you want to buy them expensive cars, buy stock in it.
Buy stock in Mercedes,
GMC,
all of them.
Cadillac.
And people are thinking, I don't have no money. Take $100 and put it in Bitcoin.
Yep.
And let it sit there. Next month, put another $100 in there. Instead of buying that bullshit, start setting it up for the future for your children. And in 10 years, you got all these different stock options. You good.
Everybody down right now. I'm looking up Nike.
Yeah,
That's You know that's the best time to buy stock when it's
When it's down.
when it's
Yeah.
down.
No, yeah, I'm just saying Tesla has had a turnaround.
Tesla going up
I see.
because
Yeah,
they said
I had that too.
Daniel, why Tesla going up, Daniel?
That car he got, they tried to bomb it and it
Yeah.
stayed intact. He was like,
Yeah.
damn, I gotta get me one of those. I gotta get me one of them joints. I gotta get me one of them.
And
They thought they was hurting him. They thought they was hurting him by bombing that, but they actually helped his business because that thing stayed intact.
It stayed intact and they bulletproof.
Yep. If I had the money, I might buy me one of them joints.
Yeah, they going up. Hey, but here's the thing. Hey, later this week, we got to promote my man with the electric cars, y'all.
Yeah, the black.
It's something. That's not.
FDA.
Yeah, let's get on that because this is something about Elon I don't like or trust. I don't trust him.
I don't
trust him either.
But here's the thing. I don't trust none of them, but I do trust good products. I do.
Me too.
I'm with the good products, right? So this is what we're going to do. In a couple of days, we're going to do another pre-recording, but we got to do my brother that did the electric car. We're going to promote a few businesses. All right.
Okay.
Black owned businesses, black owned banks. So we got to do a little research and find out who they are. And that way we can share the screen and put them up there. We'll be ready.
Remember you told me about a brother that has his own cell phone. It's like similar to Apple.
Absolutely.
We got to promote him, mention his name.
And he on the stock market.
Wow, I gotta buy stock in that. I definitely gotta jump on that.
I'm gonna send information to both of y'all.
Okay,
let's do other research on the electric car brother, the black bank owners. We got the cell phone black guy owner, and we got what else? It's a couple of other like really significant black companies that are really, people don't even know they the ones doing this shit. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
They don't even know.
We also got to touch on black people need to start joining the police forces in their own area and stop looking at it as a stigma. Okay, you complain about the police brutality for it to go down. You're gonna have to join the police force.
The sheriff's department.
Or the sheriff's department.
Yeah, the sheriff's department in Chicago starts at $90,000 a year as a rookie.
If I'm not mistaken, the sheriff's department got more power than the police department.
Yeah, because they run the state. The police department run the city.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about that.
The fire department.
So we doing black businesses in a couple of days. So that would give us a chance to do our research. So we're gonna do black businesses, and then a couple of days after that, we're gonna do the police department, sheriff's department, the fire department, and why we need
running for political office, getting involved in the political aspect.
Right.
Because we need to replace them sellout Judas Goat Black Caucus members and put people that got our best interests in heart to replace them.
Yeah, we do. We got to get them out of office. That's a fact. So cool.
What about the ballot or the bullet? The ballot or the bullet. He was telling us to get involved in politics. Back then, he was telling us that we need to stop being politically ignorant. Educate yourself politically.
Right. That's a fact.
Because politics affects your everyday life. You got people to tell you to stay out of politics. No, politics affects your everyday life.
That's a fact.
We need to get involved in politics.
That's a fact. And we definitely need to have a party, our own party.
That too.
You know,
we also could take control of both parties. I'm for.
But we can't take it. But we can't. Here's the thing. We need to have our own party because then we can put in who we want in locally.
Okay. Reason why I was saying that because I was part of a party I think it was called, I forget, the Libertarian Party, and
Mhm.
they said that they can't vote in the primary. The only people who could vote in the primary is the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. That's the way they got it.
Well,
You
the
know.
thing is, our main thing is to vote locally.
That too. That's where the power is at. Locally is where the power at.
That's where the power is. And so then those local representatives go to the White House.
They go to Congress.
They go to Congress. But we got to get the right people in locally first.
Yes, I agree.
That's where our own party comes in handy.
Yes, I agree.
So we got a lot to talk about. Hey, listen, great conversation. And a couple of days, we're going to put it together. All right, y'all?
Yes, sir.
We'll talk later. You know, go have a cocktail, eat a sandwich, chill out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
King's Honesty, where the truth is told and it's our opinion, the way we see it. Right?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, peace. Peace to the family.
Peace to the family.